I think you'd be surprised to learn how much journaling can help with seasonal affective disorder. I traveled all the way to Quebec City in winter to show you the steps that I take using fountain pens and journaling to ease my mental health issues. Now I'd like to share it with you. My name's Hemingway Jones and I make videos for curious people. Sometimes to me, journaling is a life draft, and I cling to it, writing my way through the rough patches of my life. And when you have lived long enough, you can almost predict when trouble is up ahead, like inky black storm clouds on the horizon. For many of us, it's the holidays when we feel most alienated, sometimes measuring our happy times against dark memories of the past, filling us with a deep sense of unease we strive to keep from those we love. For others, it is the past that was idyllic, and the pressures of life, the consequences of choices have led to a place far away from where you belong, and from where you can imagine yourself happy. It's no accident that the holidays are placed on the shortest days of the year, that time when we are tilted furthest from the sun, and here in Massachusetts where I live, the sun sets at 4:15 p.m. We quite literally enter a season of darkness, when the days grow shorter. Yet the holidays mark the turning point as we begin to open up to the light, and the days start to grow longer again. Winter pattern seasonal affective disorder can hit hard in late autumn through winter, beginning in that liminal space after the joyousness of leaves changing and before the holiday lights are strung. This can make you feel listless, unmotivated, alienated, and melancholy. Can give you intense sadness, a profound hopelessness, irritability, and these are just some of the symptoms that can last until spring thaw. Obviously, only a doctor can diagnose and treat these issues for you, but these are things that I have found that help me to cope with the darker and more down months. And the good news is it involves all of those things that we love: fountain pens, writing, journaling. Often, the structure of work keeps me on track because there are things that must be done. It's the weekends and the time that I am off that I find myself straying toward the abyss. Beside writing, one of my favorite things to do is to embrace the coziness of the season. Not just by putting on warm socks and embracing sweaters. I mean that since the days are shorter and the shadows are already growing long by mid-afternoon, to begin my day, I like to find a warm and friendly cafe, to have a coffee and a croissant, to be among people circulating around me. Just makes me more present in my mind. It gives me a nice quiet moment to write down some observations on my mood and where I am on my personal goals. This is the first check-in of my journal for the day. Taking a moment to have coffee, relax, and write helps to orient me into a more positive mindset, even before my day really begins and before I've had a chance to stray listlessly. Another thing that helps is to find new experiences and new adventures. These fire up my mind and my imagination. They also seem to make time appear longer. Since they are original experiences, time slows down, becomes more fulfilling, and I find myself with opportunities to luxuriate in the moments, to stretch out these instances of my fast-moving life, and to just fully embrace these new circumstances that I've discovered. Getting myself out of my routine also helps me to look back dispassionately and to see the things that are going quite well in my life. It's always a little better to measure things more accurately from a distance. This is where you want to be, rooted in the moment. You may feel shifts in your current of thoughts, and I find it valuable to explore this, to look for triggers, the things that make you depressed, dark, that give you bad thoughts, and chart their direction, and to negotiate your way out of them. Journaling these things, describing your interior life, or even dictating your interior monologue is important. Wherever you are, take a few minutes, sit, compose yourself. You will be so much better for it. When you write in your journal, select one of your favorite fountain pens, preferably one that's fully inked, that flows wonderfully, that is just a joy to write with, and that won't distract you away from the profound soul searching that you need to do to get your thoughts and your feelings and your description of them on paper. Make it as pleasurable and quiet as you can, and just do your best to describe everything happening and try to enjoy the process. Start with a blank page and stay calm. Begin your sentence with "I feel." This is the one time when it's okay to keep the focus on yourself. Suspend your self-criticism, because this is where you calmly write with specificity exactly how you feel and why you think you feel that way. It's not easy to think about yourself, but it is essential. This is about healing, so you need to be honest with yourself. It's very important to be gracious and accepting of yourself. You are having these down thoughts, the darkness. Acknowledge it. Consider the abyss. Describe it. Chart it. But don't allow it to swallow you. Writing and describing your feelings gives you some distance and a modicum of control over them. This may be big and a little frightening, but your feelings, your depression are not all that you are. Sometimes a little distance helps to keep you separate from them. Also, try to steer your thinking toward the positive, the more constructive. Sometimes we must assure ourselves that all will be well, that we will navigate through the strong currents and out of the darkness. You have done this before, and you can do it again. Another important thing is to let your family know that you are struggling. If you withdraw into yourself, it's easy for those around you to think it's something that they did. But if you let them know that you are struggling, they can give you the space and time you need to put yourself back together. For me, there are few things more healing than watching my family just be themselves, watching them grow and experiencing new things and being there for them. To me, this is the essential joy of life. I contain multitudes. I have seasons of light and darkness. I will persevere. So we all wrestle with dark thoughts and depression from time to time, and the winter days being short and cold can make that even more difficult. I find that being very honest with myself, with writing my thoughts and feelings down into a journal, charting the course, trying to keep myself oriented toward the light, toward the more positive things, just keeps me on track makes me a better person and gives me hope that one day soon I will wake up and feel like myself again. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope some of these things help you to feel better as we make our way through the darkest days of the year. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching. If you've reached this point and you haven't subscribed, please do. I'll be looking to bring you more information on journaling, more inspiration, more pen reviews. So I'd love to have you along for this journey with us. If you'd like to support the channel even more, become a member. There's all sorts of fun things happening behind the scenes. So I make new videos all the time, and I have a live show each Tuesday night at 8 p.m. So I promise we will see each other again very soon, further up the road. So take care of yourself.